Hello, fellow auto growers. It is late and I'm going to keep this short and sweet. In this video, I want to give you one tip, probably some others mixed in here, that will help you to increase your conversion rate in terms of whether you're selling one-to-one or you're selling directly off your website if you sell info products or SaaS, for example, or again, selling one-to-one, like if you're an agency, a consultant. Yeah, so let me just kind of go ahead and share my screen with you. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to mention this in the previous video. I decided, I guess, to save it for right now. But basically, my tip is this: record your sales calls, or if that doesn't happen, then do the equivalent of that. But even if you're selling SaaS or info products, like especially if it's a high ticket info product, like be willing to get on the phone with people, because the qualitative data that you get from that type of a conversation, just to see the progression of, okay, where do the questions start? What do they ask in the middle? And then how do you close? How is that decision actually made? Are there other stakeholders? Where are those really key points of friction? And make a note of them. Look for patterns. Because, for example, as I'm sharing here with you on the screen, one of the patterns that we picked up on that was just kind of a reoccurring question was, clients looking to understand, like, well, what the heck is an active project? Because our different packages here, for example, used to say, up until about 30 seconds ago, said, up to, 3 active projects or 5 active projects. And, a project is usually something we realized, looking back, that you can put a lot of stuff into it. A project could be an entire website, it can be an entire funnel. And then there's just all these different questions, because it's like, oh, well, it just turns into a much longer conversation and it becomes very conceptual. It's like, oh, well, a project is a set of one or more tasks. It's like, okay, well, task is still task is more concrete. And that's why we're making the change to go with this right now. We'll see how it works out. So I'm not saying that this has worked yet, but listening to clients in general does. And the best way to listen is to record and go back and separately make the time to actually sit down and make that time to listen. It's a little more difficult sometimes to listen like live on a call and to really kind of pattern match and recognize patterns in terms of questions that are coming up. So this is one pattern, that has come up for us, for our business. And then aligning the copy or whatever it is on the sales process, because it could be, for example, let's say you're an agency or a consultant or a coach, and typically the way that you work with clients is you'll create a whole proposal, which can be time consuming and risky too in terms of time, because you'll create this proposal and sure, maybe you have templates and yada, 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 and you put it together and it's fairly standard. But still, okay, from the client's point of view, it's like, oof, that's kind of a big price tag on it. So the key thing is to recognize that, well, my close rate is very low or not as high as I think it could be, because when I look at these clients who are coming to me for the proposal, they seem like a great fit, and they do, from your judgment, you have to use your judgment, you have to use your best judgment, use your critical thinking. Using your judgment, okay, do they have the money and they're a great fit? Well, okay, what can you do to make the sales process easier for them? Well, from their perspective, it's just they might have the money, but they might just not want to risk it. Well, what can you do after having recognized this pattern? Well, you can do what we did when we used to be an agency, and this dramatically increased our close rate. We would actually sell project roadmaps. And we would sell a project roadmap, again, kind of just looking to iterate our sales process, and it generated revenue for us. It paid for the time that it take to actually develop the proposal, which was meaningful and substantive. We even gave, a satisfaction guarantee if for some reason they weren't happy. And we sold them for starting at $300 each, and then we raised the price to $500 each. And it wasn't a huge source of revenue for us, but it was something. And moreover, it was a finite amount, fixed amount of investment from the client. And it allowed them a follow-up call and some other additional value, just to get to know in terms of what value we could bring to them. And I say this, as an example. I'm not saying that this is like some revolutionary idea at this point. Maybe if you're in services, maybe this idea is already in your sales process. But the point is when in doubt, always listen to the market. The market will guide you. And a lot of the times, you might just have to adapt because things will shift, things will change. I think a really big change that is happening right now is, well, maybe I'll save that for another video. But it is AI, and it is one other thing that I think a lot of people don't know about. So I'll save that for a future video. We can talk more about that, but listen to the market, make it easy and budget time to listen to the market, listen to your clients, all right? And then take action, it can be as simple as changing a word here, for us, but, look for those patterns and take action, make change. So to wrap up this video, if you like this video, just the hat, please go ahead and hit that like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate you appreciating this content, and it encourages me and motivates me to keep making more of it. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you found valuable about this video, or let me know what your biggest challenge is right now for you in your business. It gives me ideas for future videos. And if you have a specific question, I'll feature it and I'll maybe dedicate an entire video to it. And to wrap up, go to autogrow.co. Every business, in my opinion, needs and can benefit from greatly autogrow.co, because AutoGrow, it gives you a full team of marketing talent at your fingertips with 13 skill sets included. So you can delegate all of your digital marketing tasks, get the work off of your plate, whether you are a consultant, a coach, an agency, a SaaS business, selling info products, whatever it might be, you can get that work off of your plate. You can execute faster, and therefore you can grow and scale your business faster because the work is off your plate. And best of all, you can delegate unlimited marketing projects and tasks without the headaches of hiring. Okay, so we deal with all the people stuff behind the scenes so that you don't have to. You just worry about, well, how fast do I want to AutoGrow? How many projects and tasks can I just take off my plate? Everything from something simple as hook up my CRM to Zapier and do something with the data, to complex, entire larger projects like build a website, build an entire sales funnel, and we'll break that down into individual projects and tasks for you. So, as far as turnaround time, it's very fast. 0 to 2 days, depending on the package that you're on for each task deliverable. And 13 skill sets. Again, some of those include design, both graphic and web design, development, copywriting, content writing, ads management, app management, strategy, video motion graphics, voiceover, and more. So go check it out at autogrow.co. We have a $7 for 7-day trial, which 7 days or your first 2 projects are, it's a $7 for 7-day trial, and that pays for the first 7 days or your first 2 projects, whichever come first, and then your subscription would start after that point. And our subscription starts at as little as $20 a day, so it's amazingly affordable, and it's just a fantastic value. So go check it out at autogrow.co. God, I always think of that movie, Happy Gilmore, Shooter McGavin. I actually met him once in person, believe it or not. Long story, maybe for another day, but Shooter, yeah, good movie, Happy Gilmore. Go watch it if you haven't. I don't know who has not seen that movie, but anyway. So as always, keep auto growing, stay focused. I will see you in the next video, and I will see you in the comments. Leave a comment, love to hear from you. All right.